I'll start with you, Coach. Talking to a couple of guys before Wednesday, and they were talking about how they were just kind of excited to kind of see where they're at, get the A guys out there, maybe kind of learn a little bit about where they were at these two matches. Did you learn anything about your guys these last 2 nights against Stanford?
Yeah, I mean, we did some really good stuff against a really good team, and that's encouraging. And we knew, we believe we have a chance when we become the best version of ourselves, that we could be the best team. You know, we got a pretty good idea of what that looks like statistically and just kind of stylistically to be the best team, because we've been it or near it for several years now. You know what I mean? So it's not just me and the staff, but the players here, they've been a part of that too. So we all know what it kind of, what I say, like looks like, sounds like, smells like, you know, and we think we're getting there. You know, there's still a lot of work to be done, but some of the stuff that we do that kind of separates us, again, not only the ability to put service pressure on, but sustain it, right? The efficiency from the service line for us is typically better than our opponent, you know, and one of the best in the country. You know, example like Tread has not been spin serving all that long. He served 39 times this weekend with 2 errors and 4 aces, you know, and a really big point scoring percentage. You know, and we just got enough guys in the lineup that it's not just the one guy's ability to come back and uncork it, it's have that extended turn. We saw Spyros at the start of the second set, you know, that really what kind of separates us. And even a guy like Chaz in that first set, that ace that he got late at deuce really was the difference, you know, just one. You know, and then offensively, we're getting better, you know, and I'm critical of Tread a lot in terms of what he's doing, but at the end, we do lead the nation in hitting percentage, so we have to keep it in perspective. And you know, we made 3 hitting errors tonight. Now, I could put all 3 of them on him because the one to Jazz was the 2 to the outside were low, and the big to Keone was just dumb. The guy's been sitting for an hour anyway, but he's learning and listening. And again, at the end of the day, if that's it, you know, that's the only errors you make the entire night. I don't know what we hit 500-600 had to, yeah,
590 something.
So we can't be too critical, and we just learn and, you know, keep trying to get better at stuff. We're still, you know, what's changed in college volleyball and men's college volleyball is this larger non-conference part of the season now. You know, where when we split the West Coast League in half, and now we literally have all of January and February, and even into the early March, where we get to play non-conference before we get into the real battle of the season. So you get to work on some stuff, and you get to, you know, kind of experiment a little bit and develop some depth and kind of open up the playbook. So we'll continue to do that for the next month, and hopefully by the time we hit conference play, we're you know, we're near the best version of ourselves.
Trev, what was it like, you know, getting your first taste of a full Stanford Center crowd, pretty much, and you know, playing in it in this atmosphere tonight?
Yeah, it was super cool. You know, at the start, you just kind of look up, just take it all in, and then you get down to business. But I was gesturing to the crowd a lot, just kind of amazed, and just feed off their energy and play as well as we can.
I mean, that's something I think that's why guys come here. Right, you get to play in an environment that is not even close to anywhere, literally in the world. You know, and in college volleyball, this is why you come here. This is why you play. And I mean, I think Stanford gets a chance to look back. They probably had some fun out there tonight too, because it is an incredible environment to be a part of.
In regards to just your game tonight, obviously you come from a sports family yourself. Your dad was in the NFL, Giants, Vikings. You know, your sister and whatnot playing volleyball, and not just what volleyball means to you, and especially being here in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's super sick. Just representing my family. My mom's number is 13, so that's where I got it from. Yeah, just doing my best to represent the family and do as well as I can.
Coach, you mentioned importance of serving. It seemed like tonight the service pressure really increased from Wednesday. Was that part of the game plan?
Yeah, Wednesday we served good. They passed really well early, and that's the part. You have to be patient. You can't try to hit it harder. You can't try to, you know, guys, they sometimes get impatient and they try to modulate stride frequency or stride length or the top. They try to do things. Oh, I got it, and it's like, no, we're gonna do what we do. And Tread, I mentioned how well he serves. He's targeting, and most guys, when you target, you start missing more of the ball, slow down. We're being very deliberate in where we're trying to serve the ball. And early on Wednesday, hats off to them. They passed really, really well. Their setter was attacking. They were running the back. They were running the middle. Like, if they do that all night, you can't do much about it. And we just have to stay patient. And then you start to stand a guy up, and it gets him off the net a little bit. Or fortunate when you catch a seam or a sideline, you can get the straight ace. But for us, we're not really trying for aces. We're trying for good turns, like the components of a good turn, where you go back there completely in control, good hand on ball. If they pass that hit really well, that they did their job, but it starts with our servers being able to do their job consistently.
Tread, what are your thoughts on the uniforms and throwbacks?
They're sick. They're sick. We were joking in the locker room about adding a collar next year, just for the even more retro. But yeah, definitely had to get a win under these.
Coach, how'd you feel they looked out there? I mean, obviously with a sweep or whatnot, were we going to see these uniforms again?
Yeah, I don't know if we see these particular ones. I know there's 3 more designs coming, and the original idea was that when we introduced the design that we have similar garments for sale like 2 weeks leading up to it. So everybody in the stands could be wearing them. I'm out of that, but I know there's 3 more designs, and maybe I know they're trying to see if that's something they can put into to make happen.
And a lady's got to get his chance to wear these. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna give one for the libero next time, or?
Yeah, you had the plain black, so next time we'll flip it.
Coach, I mean, you've been coaching volleyball for quite some time. Just what makes Hawaii volleyball so special?
Well, I mean, it starts with the support we get from the community, and the guys recognizing that they're representing an entire state, and we talk a lot. Our lives are different. Our lives are significantly different, and it means a lot, And so the support that we get, we never take for granted. And I know there's people that obviously a huge crowd here tonight, but there are people all over the state that are following us, and it means a lot to you. And we get going and get some momentum like this everywhere you go in town. People are saying, hey, good job, great, and then there's, I think one of the other things that kind of separates us, we're reminded from time to time about how important athletics, UH athletics, is to the community. We're fortunate in this moment in time that men's volleyball is having a lot of success, but historically the UH sport teams mean a lot to the community. We've had people just in the last year. I'll give 2 examples. One, I had a guy that I know come up to me and ask me, when do you guys play next? This is like October. When's your next game? I said, January 3rd. Oh. I said, why? He goes, oh, my auntie's got cancer. She won't make January 3rd. So we invited him to practice. We set up we decided that we were just gonna have a scrimmage day. They invited their family, they came, we set up chairs, brought them all in. They wheeled her in, and that was, you could just tell the whole family was super appreciative, and she got to have her, her one time with the team there. So it just, again, it's a reminder just how important it is. You see all the people in the fans, they're cheering, and it means so much to them, but people got stuff going on in their lives too, that what we do, what these guys do matters. The other one, and we talked about it last year, was, I get this email, and the woman is telling me just how much she loves coming and how much it means to her, and there's a picture of her and Jakob Tele, they're both smiling, having fun, and the story, the other side of the story was her daughter had committed suicide, and she'd been dealing with it, and this was just really was the escape for her and her family to come here and being a part of it. It let them just help have some closure and move on, get something they had done. And again, just a reminder to us that we're really, really fortunate to get the kind of support we do, and we do everything we can to put the best product out there and give the fans those few minutes, a couple hours a week where we're out doing our thing, and maybe that's the best time of the week for them. But it really does motivate us to continue to try to be the best and put the best product on the floor, and just give back to the community that's given so much to us.
Spyros, 23 kills tonight, season high, obviously a season high in attendance as well. How much did you feed off the energy of the crowd tonight, and how good did you feel?
Yeah, it was amazing. Like Coach said, we can never take this for granted. I don't think that I'll ever go somewhere else in the world where there will be such a crowd and such an energy. And for me, I'm just realizing that every game that I play here is essentially my last game in the Stanford Arena. Every game goes by and it won't come back. It's my last year. So I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as I can, have fun, and just embrace the energy, and it's amazing.
Spyros, we talked a little bit about you kind of getting a chance to test yourselves this week against a really good team, get the A guys out there all the time. What did maybe tonight's performance in particular show you about this team?
I think it just solidifies the work we put in every day in the gym. We're a group of guys that works really hard, both on and off the court. In the class, we had a really good GPA. Then on the court, we show up every day, put in the work we need, put in extra work to get better. And I think that just can only show in the court against good teams like Stanford. And then, going forward, I think that we'll see it more often.